if you're literally just listening, reading to a book, like reading something or whatever, totally fine with me. I don't really care if you're like doing your dishes, getting your groceries, whatevs, you know. I do find it really funny though when people do take me out to like they're out doing stuff in life and they're like listening to me and stuff. I find that hilarious. So you're still here, Shelley? Oh, awesome. I thought you might have gone to sleep by now, but it is a little bit early. Like, it's still a little early for you. Yeah, no, I how far are we away? Fucking hell. All right. Yeah, because like I have no indicators and stuff like that that tells me like if people are here. I have all that shit turned off because I know that in the first few streams that I did, when I was getting used to talking all the time, my mood would shift a fair bit depending on like if I saw the number go up or down, like another person come in and stuff. But the thing is, the numbers are inaccurate. So they don't always display properly to begin with. And then sometimes by the time they do display a number, the person's already gone. Like they've clicked in and clicked out and then it's registered. So I kind of just learnt that it was better that if I just didn't know if anybody's here and I just kind of like went about streaming as if I was, you know, the all alone, woe is me kind of shit is like, I'm just talking to myself most of the time. And when people comment and stuff, like I'll get into a conversation and shit. That's that I'm more aiming that you have a good and enjoyable commentary that's nice to listen to. You're saying that you don't. What's it? You're saying what you're doing, but it's not overdone, and I can't do that, for example. So I noticed it. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Like I know. Oh, there's a car. I need that. I need that right now. I don't know. When I'm playing a game, this is what's going through my head the whole time I play a game. Was it? Let's just say you peaked at 14, 15 viewers when I rated you. Holy fuck. That's... I don't know. I assume at any given time I have like 2 to 3 people watching, maybe. At best. Like that's... my brain doesn't know how to process that. I'm gonna leave that aside. I guess thanks for letting me know, Shelley. My brain's just shut down on me. And tell her don't stress her out. Yeah, no, if it ever gets into like fucking mental numbers or something like that, like I'll probably just more likely have a fucking panic attack about like so many people watching me. That's also another thing is I don't have to worry about knowing if there ends up being like large numbers or something like that. What's it? It's okay. Just keep going. I won't tell you how much you have here now. Yeah, don't. Please don't. That would more likely spook me. Like, look, I just literally drove into a rock. Oh, fucking hell. I don't actually know what gun I had out that whole time. I was pretty sure I was on the SLR. I'm like, well, I'm here now, so I guess we're doing this. That was terrible. That was terrible even by my standards. Grandma's nightgown. I'd wear it. I'd wear that. Maybe with shorts. That would be comfy as. Sorry, I get fucking distracted with clothing in this game. Yeah, I should probably keep my fucking AK out as first gun. Okay, alright. Jesus Christ, I'll kill you too. Maybe not with the car. I can't fucking control this shit. Let's get my fucking car out. My actual gun. Come on. Bad time to reload, mate. Not the best time. Cool. I don't need that much ammo. Alright, that one wasn't as terrible. It was still kind of funny. What the fuck was up with these two? Oh, I've seen that outfit before. I like that one too. Oh man, this is gonna be great getting this out of here. Didn't let yourself get killed by a dude in an ugly dress. That's most important. Was that a guy? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, anybody can wear anything in PUBG, which I find is kind of hilariously fantastic. Especially when they first brought that out, because there were some outfits that made made you look like your character kind of like changed into the opposite shape, even though you were still the same, which is kind of cool as well, because obviously that like there's a lot of people out there that would like that. But it was just interesting because I've never seen it in any other fucking game. Is it dude is gender neutral? Yeah, pretty much. That's what I see it as. Plus, like, seriously, in real life, if you're a dude and you want to wear a fucking dress or a skirt or some shit, like, just fucking wear it. Like, if you just want to, just fucking do it. Clothes are supposed to be, like, what, gendered or some shit, but I just don't really see it that way. Like, I don't know. I do know that when I was working in computers and stuff, though, I found that if I wore pants instead of a skirt, I did find that like my fellow technicians would actually treat me more casually. Like I don't know, I guess like it wasn't as like get out of the workshop kind of mentality, which was nice. Stupid, but nice. And I'm just glad that like shit like that's not exactly the same as that is anymore. I am not going towards I'm not going towards the circle, I'll say that much. I gotta go this way. Let me get up here. That's it. You wore a mini and a yellow neon high heels for a comedy performance in high school. Oh, and a corset? Oh, yeah. I don't know what you physically look like, Shadow, but that sounds like a nice set. That sounds like it would look good. I could never. Well, obviously, like if I wanted to, I could have worn minis and shit like that, but I never could because I've got like a plumpy butt. Hello, I see you. Yeah, I got a plumpy butt, so skirts sit too high if they're too short, and corsets and stuff. My too big of a chest for that. Hello. Can I throw one too? Are you not going to shoot me? Okay, look, it took care of itself. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, I normally have like fucking shorts or something underneath like most skirts and shit like that. Because kind of hikes up at the back a little bit. Is it? You're a ginger, Figurath, harass. Oh, well, from what I know, you've got a long pinky finger. I remember you saying that. So you're a ginger with a long pinky finger. Oh man. The features that I now know about you, Shadow. How could I not? I felt so fucking miserable yesterday, and when you said that, it was just so strange to me because like I actually thought about like measuring how big my fucking pinky is, but I'm pretty sure it's like barely like an inch in length, right? Because when I was trying to explain like how like the amount of food and stuff that I get, it's very little, and I didn't even consider the fact that other people are gonna have like different size fingers. You are. I've been having a weird game tonight. You guys been seeing me like all the way up on like people chasing them and stuff. It's been weird. Look, mate, you can keep going that way. I'm gonna keep going in the circle, yeah? No, you step back there. You step back there, man. What is it? And yet not dying. Yeah, I know. It's been really weird. Been extra weird. Yeah, next circle's all the way down here. What the fuck? The hell was that? The weird shit that's in this game, too. Like, there's some spots. I don't know what the fuck. I'm gonna get all the way up to these houses and see if I can't find some more, like, grenades and health and shit. Probably not best to drive into the houses. Good enough. I'll get in here and I'll reload my gun. And this is open. I thought I heard somebody shuffling then. That could have been me. That could have been somebody else in the building. I don't need that. I've already got that. Okay, so there's some more shoddy ammo. I don't need this yet, but I am keeping this just in case because there's a few shotgun guns. You guys have seen me play with them. They're pretty good. Like, pretty good. Yeah. Alright, hold up. There is health, but like, what did I just... The fuck did I pick up? I already have a 3 times scope. Okay. Whatever. Break a window. Yeah. What happened? Okay. Alright. That happened. I'm like so confused. I just like somebody must have been there. Like usually if I'm getting headshot like that, my game very briefly lags out for the moment of death, and I got none of that. So that was a surprise to me in 2 different ways of getting killed so instantly, and then that. Where is this? Medals. That's what it is. So I got an ace, which is kill 5 or more enemies in 1 match. That's fine. Let's see, regular crafting. Sure. Yeah, so I guess what I was saying earlier about like the talking about like general commentary and stuff of the game, I've actually found that a few people have said that apparently I make the game interesting. But the thing is, like, PUBG has always been interesting to me, and I guess this is what I'm thinking the whole way through, because whatever I say when I'm playing this, when I'm commentating, what I'm picking up, what I'm doing, where I think people are, like, that's what I'm thinking the whole time through the game. And apparently, people don't think about this stuff the way I do, and therefore it makes it more interesting for them, I think. So it's really interesting to me because, like, this is just how I play the game, and usually these thoughts are just like quietly rolling through in my head. But that's why I don't have too much of a problem about talking as I'm playing PUBG and stuff, because ironically, PUBG was the first game I streamed, and even though it didn't save because I didn't have it set to save VOD yet, and I didn't know how, um, I I still kind of like chatted on a little bit about stuff. Um, it was just one of those games where I just got in and started playing because this is just I just say what I'm thinking out loud instead of just keeping it in my head. That's how I like have running commentary constantly. And I get some water too. Some of the other games are a bit difficult. Like RimWorld can get difficult if nothing's happening. If everything's all G, like I am mostly like I don't know, it's easier for me to have a chatty conversation during RimWorld because there's so many points in time where something isn't happening in the game. Um, and then like I'll get a battle or something, and then it's really hard to have a conversation because I'm so focused in depth on trying to keep my people alive. Um, 7 days. 7 days is interesting because obviously like I play it with Nick and Grim, so I get them talking occasionally as well, and they do need to communicate throughout the game. So there's times where like I want to reply and stuff, and I can't because I'm trying to like hold through it. Um, it's interesting. What's it? Like, you're here for your character humor and inner thoughts. Don't have to sound so surprised. Oh, I mean, I probably shouldn't sound surprised, but I am a little bit because um like starting streaming and stuff, like I heard that there was like a few different ways that people like um say have interest in the streamer and like the content and stuff, and some people are interested in the games exclusively, some are interested in how the person like goes about playing and or talking about the game and stuff like that, and some are just interested in the streamer themselves. And I was always hoping that I'd get a few people that are just interested in, I guess, me and how I play games and stuff like that. Because I play across like a few different games, so it's hard to get invested in just one. Because I'll be playing different ones throughout the week and stuff. But it is nice. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just fucking get surprised about this stuff. Like I've had like even in like just like friendships and stuff like that. Like I've had so many cases of people like not not being there because of me or for me and stuff like that. So it's still a shock to me to like have people be here for me. Um and in a way like I I do and I don't want to get used to it because like it's nice, and at the same time like I don't want to take it for granted. Um, they weren't friendships, but unfortunately they were the friendships that I had growing up. Was what do you call it? Manufactured friendships where the person would get something out of being friends with me, as opposed to like me thinking it was an actual friendship. And as soon as I couldn't provide whatever they were there for, they were gone. And that's exactly what happened. But I didn't know that because they were my only actual friendships growing up. I have a really shit fucking like life before 25 and well before 30 really. Um so yeah. There's a lot of like fucked up stuff. That's why like I don't know. I'm at least like fucking humbled by it at least. Like at least I didn't come out of that being like the opposite end of the deal where I could have been like a really horrible fucking person, but it's like made me somebody that's like really nice that like appreciates the little things and basic stuff, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Um you went through that too. That's horrible to hear that you also had that. Unfortunately, like people like that do exist, and they make you feel like you really actually do have a connection, like a friend and stuff like that. And then when you find out, however you find out that they were never there for you ever, like you were never the reason why they were friends with you. It was whatever you had to offer them. It's the worst fucking feeling ever. So it's a shame to hear that you've also had that. It was that you rose above your wounds and suffering. That's specific of strong people. I hope so. Sometimes it does make me weakened though, because sometimes I'm more easily upset. But I know that like I have good coping skills because of it. And that's not really like a thing to be like, oh, I've got coping skills because I've gone through this horrible thing. It's like, well, that's at least like a good thing that's come from it. Is that I can like deal with stuff and move past it eventually, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Not everybody gets good lives, and the nice thing is that like being an adult though is like you can at least like do a little bit more to change like who you interact with, and you with like life experiences and shit like that. You get to choose like you see people being that way, and you're like, I don't want to be part of that shit anymore. So that's good. Like the friends and shit that I've got now and all that is fucking top notch quality people um, that I surround myself by, and they're basically family. Like you hear me say sometimes, like, and not everybody's sure if I'm saying it jokingly, but Grimm's basically family. He's like that good of a mate, like become basically family. And that's an awesome friendship, you know. Let's get up here. Was it? So you're telling me you produce 99% pure copium? Maybe. You know, the funniest thing is, like, I supposedly have, like, a positive and inspiring kind of, like, effect on people, too, which makes me wonder, like, how that came about. Oh, God, it's a bomb zone. All right, put my gun away. Let's get inside. I kind of wonder sometimes how that came about because, like, sometimes when I'm really passionate about a topic or a game or a thing or whatever, and I start talking about it, people feel, like, inspired to do better, try harder, learn more, do something for themselves and whatever. And I sometimes sit here wondering, like, how did I ever end up like exuding that kind of fucking thing with like the fucking life that I've had? It's like, what the fuck? As I said, that's how you work. You get you get a girl sandwiches every time she starts calling you family. Could don't fucking do not give old sandwiches to people, especially the Shamway sandwiches. Oh man, I kind of wanted to take refuge in here because it gets real loud. Even for me, like I can't hear fucking anything right now. My deagle loaded up. What the fuck? Okay, so we got to keep moving. That sounds like a police car to me. That sounded like one going past. Yeah, no, I specifically wanted to get inside because I'm like, if it gets really loud in the bomb zones, which this looks like it's going to double bomb zone by the look of it, I can't hear jack shit for like a solid minute. Is it? This just turned into Rainbow Six Siege. Look, maybe. With that wall exploding and shit. Like, you just get like one of those little like rolly surveillance things roll in. I do play that as well. I don't play it nearly as much as any other game, but I have played it. I like watching it. It's one of those ones where like it looks like more fun than it is for me. Fucking hell. Hopefully I don't blow up in the water. Jesus Christ. Don't blow me up. I'll get to shore and it'll fucking blow me up. On. Like, you can't even hide under a tree. It's not safe. I kind of wish that you had an option to see the explosives coming down and maybe semi-avoid them. That would be cool, but I guess the whole point is you just don't know if you're just going to get blown up. Yeah, I don't know. Rainbow Six Siege is, it's an interesting game. I really loved watching Nick play it. For ages, I'd sit there and I'd watch it like crazy. But at the same time, like when I started playing it, the thing that pissed me off the most was the fact that you got people that were like obviously super experienced would just come into the game and just blow you out of the water repeatedly. And it's a very hard game to be a beginner in. Like, you don't really get the option to just have time to learn. Even if you're playing with people you fucking know. Like, there's no fucking option to start with like zero experience. It's hit the ground running and like it, or die repeatedly trying and just fucking be okay with that. It can be really hard. So no bot matches. I don't know if we got bot matches. I don't know. I played this a couple of years ago, like a good few years ago, probably actually now. I would say at least more than 4 years ago. So if bots were around then, I don't know if we got any, but as far as I could tell, we kept getting people, like full matches of people. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. I definitely prefer to watch it more than play it. It's one of those kinds of games for me. It's not bad. I just would rather watch it. It's visually entertaining game. Like, PUBG doesn't really have, like, that great stellar graphics, and some of the mechanics are a little bit slow and, like, rough and shit. Fucking hell, there's another bomb zone going off. There goes that police car. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, I could turn up the graphics for PUBG. I could make this look nicer. It's just that as soon as I do that, A, I die from just looking around at the graphics all the time because I do that anyway. And I think B is that other people see out in the distance how the rendering distance and shit, there's no grass. I can see because of that. Whereas I would forget that that's not a thing. And I'd be dumb enough to just hide out in the open like I used to. Have the same thing with XCOM 2. I just love to watch it, but can't be bothered to learn it properly. I don't know if it's XCOM 2 or if it's XCOM. I'm not sure which edition it is, but I know Moose streams that every so often. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Well, there was the person with the fucking car. Yeah, Moose hasn't streamed for a while, but when he does stream XCOM, and I've watched it a bit. Like, I don't fully follow it myself, but I'm mostly there again for like the streamer situation. I actually he streams Marvel Suns, and I enjoy watching that. It's just visually an interesting story to watch. I don't think I'd ever play XCOM though, because it's like turn-based. I'm not a real big fan of turn-based games. Like that, and there's a few other games that are like, you have to. What the fuck are you doing, love? You have to make a move, and then like they get to make a move, and or like one person moves, and then you've got to choose who the next person moves and stuff like that. Like I'm not a fan of that style play. I don't know if I'll ever play any games like that in the future at all on stream. Like it would have to be a pretty fucking incredible game for me to want to play something like that way. Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but I actually have a blue dot as my scope. What was it? Imagine if Final Fantasy 14 was turn-based. Oh my god, I couldn't watch it at all then if it was like that, Shelley. Like the fact that like you do the MMORPG, like I can sort of watch as like you go in and you go into battles and stuff, and then like obviously you have like so many turns, and then like I've watched you go through like what is it, cutting the tether thing or cutting the web and stuff like that, and how like you hate having to do stuff like that, but like I can at least follow it to a degree. Like I don't fully get it, but I do watch it and stuff. But if it was turn based, I think it would be mostly just me listening exclusively. Like I have seriously watched Moose play like the turn based game, but it's more so the attacks that it did were fucking nuts once they actually did attack. All the setup and stuff though, and the cards involved, didn't understand what the fuck was going on at all. Not at all. It was just like, yes, this is interesting. I don't get it, but it's interesting. I'm gonna go up into one of these spots. Maybe close to this thing. That would be busy. Yeah, let's go up here. This will be busy. I reckon a lot of people want to drop here because it's end of the line. Also, you can have a look at like the little plane icon down at the bottom left-hand corner, and it shows you how many people are left on the plane. So there's not many people going to the end. Wait, what happened? What did you not understand? Oh man, so much. Like, the tutorial that you're watching before you went into one of the battles, I was sitting there and I was following it, right? I was watching the whole thing. I was like actively trying to learn from it. And there were so many things that was getting said that I was like, I don't know what that is. And then when, like, I think a day or so later, you ended up doing a different battle, and you were talking about how, oh, fucking hell. You were talking about how you're like, oh, I hate having to be the person to, like, cut the web, because obviously you can get tethered if that happens, if you do it wrong or something. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I understand this. I remember it from the tutorial, and now you're doing it in the game, and I get what you're on about. That actually did help to kind of know. Let me get this. Like the master. Yeah, like your joke. I was thinking that too, Shadow. Let me get over here and kill this guy. I think it's this one. Hold up. Yeah, it's this one. It's a tutorial learn if you don't know the game. So you just lose uptime on the boss. Okay, so that's a different thing as well. Okay. Hold up. Fuck yeah. Mate, what did you had? You had like a UMP. That was kind of mean. Not gonna lie. That was like fucking rip. Poor bastard. Let's get that on there. That doesn't go on anything. Take that. Take that. What is the tutorial supposed to be for? Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like a pre-raid tutorial thing that could show you how to like go through it with like strategic planning and stuff. It was pretty interesting. Don't get me wrong. Like I was listening to that pretty solidly. Like I am trying to like actively listen and learn as well, because like I don't fully get it, but I'm trying. It does help. Like sometimes when you get into the really long like raid battles and stuff like that, I can't have like full attention on. I try, but I eventually like sit there like spaced out. Like something is happening and I don't know what's going on. There's definitely people over here that I will go kill. Don't have to learn it right now. The raids are for experienced players in the game. Yeah, they fucking look like it. I'm like, if I'm glad you just said that because I'm like, if all the raids are kind of like that stuff, I'm like, God damn, you need to have like a full on battle plan and some like time spent in the army and like